Just a quick update. Going to talk about the Carabao Cup and a new possible signing. Carabao Cup, Walsall drawn at home to Huddersfield. That's a good draw. Really pleased with that. Going to have a decent attendance, I think. And maybe swell the coffers further if we can get past them. So that's good. Secondly, Connor Wilkinson. We know he's at the game on Saturday. And he's fishing for a move. Colchester have announced that his contract has now been cancelled by mutual consent. I hope that doesn't mean that he's coming to Walsall. If it is he's coming, then we wish him well, obviously. But let's look at the facts, shall we? He's 29. Since his ACL, he's not really done a fat lot. Last season, played 22 games. But let's just break that down. Played 14 games for Motherwell, got three goals. He'd only joined them in July on a 2-year contract, and they let him go for free in January to Colchester. At Colchester, he played just 8 games in the remaining part of the season and no goals. So 3 goals in 22 last season isn't impressive, but more so, he's not really a centre forward. He's not going to hold the ball up the same. He's not a Jamil Matt who can cope with the physical rigours of the division. Jamil Matt is a boss up there. I know he's getting on a bit, but he still puts himself about and he's a very physical presence. Connor Wilkinson, despite being 6'3", is definitely not one of those. We remember his excellent goals, particularly the goal against Newport, then the 3-3, and that is magical. But we can't forget some of his other performances. He's very whingy, or he was at that point, complaining, the slightest knocks going down and that sort of stuff. Rarely won a free kick. I don't think he's the answer. Walsall so desperate to get a striker in that we're going to move to Connor Wilkinson. Another player that is available is Jamie Patterson. He's 32, but he scored 8 last season for Swansea in the Championship. So it's a whole different level of quality, even though he's 3 years older. But for me, Walsall need to be bringing in players that we can develop. Maybe one experienced one. When I say experienced, I mean sort of 28, 29 perhaps. But one that's been playing regularly at level above League 2. And then secondly, a younger player, one that we can develop, whether it's a bright spark from the Championship or maybe even the Premier League or maybe even League 1. Or somebody we can bring in and develop. We do know that Douglas James Taylor, the season in Drogheda finishes in November, so it could be that he will be returning in November, but that would be a good addition, but we've got to get to November first and still be in the mix. So that's the challenge. So Connor Wilkinson, it's a no from me. He was on big wages as well before. We remember his time at Walsall. His first season, 7 in 36, was decent, if not mega inspiring, and 3 in 22 in his second season with us. So why would you go back there?